welcome back to another discussion. You read the title, Is It Okay for a Christian to Believe in an Old Earth? Is that okay? Well, let me explain it to you this way. Consider the source of your information. If we believe in the God of the Bible, He is the most reliable source of information through His Word. So let's discuss a little bit about what God reveals about Himself. First of all, He says He has no beginning, He has no ending. No beginning, no ending. I can't fathom that. That is an unfathomable number, an unfathomable age. In the book of Nehemiah and the book of Daniel, God calls Himself the Ancient of Days. In Revelation, God says, I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. God Himself declares Himself ancient, and He says He has no beginning and no ending. I accept that. I take Him at His word. In 2 Peter chapter 3, God says this, For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. The heavens were of old. In Psalm 102, God says this, Of old you founded the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. Did you catch that? An ancient, unfathomable God whose age cannot be determined, who says He's ancient, has declared that the earth was founded of old and the heavens are old. And He asks this question to Job, Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Where were you? You weren't even in existence. It is of old. Tell me if you have understanding. The last thing I want to tell you is God is not a God of confusion. God does not delight in punking us. He delights that we follow His commandments, that we believe in Jesus. It's not confusing. And His identifying the earth as old is not confusing. So if you are like me and you like to collect things like ancient fern fossil from the river, or you stumble miraculously upon this rock that I used to pound on another rock and it came apart in my hands, and you find leaves, the imprint of leaves embedded in this ancient rock, and you want to believe it's old, like I believe it's old, go ahead and do that. I'm not ashamed of that, because consider the other. Consider the young earth. What is their motive? They are not a reliable source of information. Their motive is to create books and a phony ark in Kentucky and a phony creation museum. I live in a creation museum. It's created by God. It's called the earth. So I don't need to go worship a false idol made of wood in Kentucky. I'm going to stick with what God has said. He founded the earth of old. The heavens are old. And He hasn't confused us in that regard. So that's where I'm at. So yes, it is okay for a Christian to believe the earth and the heavens are old. Thanks for watching.